Alright, it's the next day and I'm going to start prepping this axle to go back underneath the van. So I just got some gasket stuck there. I got to clean off that surface, and I'm going to give it a light scuff with some sandpaper. How's that diff cover looking?
It's doing good. Just got to finish off the paint so we can get the new primer and paint on it.
We're going to go ahead and put some flat black on the axle. So I painted that differential cover orange the other day, and I wanted to put some clear coat on it. Well, I put it in the oven yesterday just to heat it up because it's cold out here. So and I've done that before with other things, but when I put that cover in the oven, I put it on the lowest setting at 170 degrees, and the paint wrinkled. I've never had that happen before. I don't know if it was just maybe not completely dry yet. So Stefan is grinding off the old paint, and we're going to paint it again. And so that's what's happening. I don't think I'm gonna film me sanding this and scraping off that old gasket, but I'll come back when maybe we'll shoot, you know, a little bit of moving this thing outside and giving it a little bit of black spritz. So we wire brushed it, gave it a little sand with some, I think, 80 grit maybe. Then I washed it with acetone, Dawn dish soap, warm water, and then acetone again after we blew it off with the air compressor. And now I'm trying to get it completely dry and warm because it's about 25 degrees outside today. And we want to get it warm so when we paint it, paint will stick. See all that moisture on it, it condensates. And then when it gets warm enough, the condensation completely goes away and you can see that it's perfectly dry. The condensation right here. We got the heaters going on in the shop now too, so it should be about 60 degrees when we paint this thing. Definitely warm. Yeah, you can see the water going, evaporating off. It is to paint this thing. It looks like it originally had some sort of paint on it or coating, maybe undercoating, I don't know. But when I received it from the truck last year, a lot of this metal was already showing through, and some of that, whatever was on there, flaked off or whatever. And I know it'll never rust out completely in the time it's going to be underneath that van, but I guess just for aesthetics, it'll just look a little nicer if it's flat black. Keep the surface rust off. warm in here
It is.
with this torch going. Might break a sweat. Alright. I think we'll cut back on when it's time to paint. Alright, so we just got done heating the whole thing up. It's pretty consistent across the whole thing. It feels like it's about the same temperature. You can hold your hand on it and it's definitely warm. Completely dry. I wiped it down with an acetone on a rag once again. And we also put a little bit of heat with a hot air gun, a heat gun into this can so that it feels warm. And it says never to heat it up with a heat source, but I think that's a little bit overrated. Close the door. Come on, go on. Now we're going to start painting. The thermometer says it's 62 degrees in here. Right. Quit with the balloons. Look good, Crusher? Come here. Say hi, Crusher, to the camera. Say hi.
Hi, Crusher.
Oh yeah, he loves it. It's hot enough you can see the paint kind of steaming off a little bit, flashing off. Alright, so I guess you get the point. We're going to paint this thing black all the way. No need to film the whole thing. And we'll come back when we paint the differential cover. Alright, so as you can see, we got the whole axle painted black. I used an entire can before it was done. Basically the whole can of black. So it's got a... And it was hot, so it was evaporating off. And I've done this before. It works pretty good. It should be permanent. And the road salts or whatever shouldn't mess with it too much. And anyway, so bring it in. You can kind of get a close-up of it. It ain't perfect, but it's a lot better than it was before. And now we're getting ready to paint the differential cover here. So Stefan just spent the last few hours getting all the paint that was on it before off, because like I said, I did this the other night and it was perfect. It looked like melted ice cream, just glossy, perfect. And put it in the ovens because I wanted to heat it up a little bit to clear coat it, and the paint wrinkled. So we won't do that again, but we're going to repeat the process. Where's the little bolt that goes in here? We need that on there. Alright, so we're going to go with a nice white primer to bring out that gloss orange. And we did heat this up. We acetoned it several times and then put it in the oven to get it so it will, you know, so it's not cold metal. And I also heated up the primer a little bit. see through it right there. We'll let that dry. It's been a couple hours since we painted the axle and primed the cover. Now we're going to hit it with some orange. Pull it down. I think that'll do it. When we come back, we'll be reassembling the axle to put it under the van again. So now we're gonna put the old axle shafts back in the housing, and we got Colt helping us. I mean Crusher. That's Crusher. You can do it, Crush. Here, put the impact on it and unscrew it. There you go. There you go. Okay. Take them all these out. Good job with the trigger, buddy. Nice and slow. A little more. It's all done. Okay, 2 more. Good job. 1 more. Good job, bud.
I take it off. Oh, that's...
Now we gotta, where's that wrench? We gotta take this back out. Oh man.
That thing's tight.
Yeah, I put it back in there so it wouldn't be able to fall out. Alright. We gotta turn this.
This got no more than once. This
There.
is oily.
Yes, it is oily. Now we have to slide our axle shafts back in. C-clip back in there. Whoops. And put this back. was that? Oh no. The washer fell out from behind that spider gear. Okay, I got it. Turn it back. That's it, she's back together, and now we can go put it somewhere in the barn until we need it next. I think what we'll do is, if it's ever in the cards, if it comes back down to it, we'll I'd like to play around with the gear ratio, maybe get like a 373 or something to that effect, because right now it's a 342. Go 373 and maybe some sort of a mechanical, like a Thorson locker, or not a locker, but like a limited slip, something different than them clutch pack style ones I got in there. But maybe in the future. I'm betting that the one that we're putting in here is going to be in here for quite a while.